We are live.
Greetings, programs.
Sunday.
Sunday, Sunday, Sunday.
It is Class Geek News. Episode where I really should number these things. Your brother is a pervert. Yes, that is our episode title.
Sweet.
I am your friendly neighborhood geekazoid, Evan Ransom, here every week as usual. With me today is my usual partner in crime and potential villain to Daredevil, John Little / the Kingpin.
Huzzah!
And of course, the lovely Pixie, representing those geeks with boobage.
Testicles.
Testicles.
She's our very own live wire.
Yes, and her favorite beau, Jay, representing those who are chained by the testicles to those geeks with boobs.
No, he's not chained.
Notice how I say geeks with boobs. I didn't say women.
We're a rare breed. We're a rare breed. I know that.
I was going to say, Evan, you have to be more elaborate than geeks with boobs, because if you go to any convention, there are a lot of geeks with boobs.
There are a lot of geeks with boobs.
Not all of them are of these.
I know one personally that has bigger boobs than I do.
Hey, I am glad that geeks are so progressive that you'll find men cosplaying as female characters, okay?
It's a trap! It's a trap!
It's only bad when they look better than the girls dressed as that character. It's even worse when it's like it's not a cross-dressing man. It's not the classic really into cross-dressing type. It's like a hairy dude with a beard.
So kind of like.
And he's doing a better Batgirl.
Oh God.
Actually, I've decided the next convention I go to, I'm getting a whole bunch of Admiral Akbar stickers printed, and I'm going to hand them out to my friends that go to the convention, and we're going to have the first annual It's a Trap Easter egg hunt, where we literally you not only have to give that person a sticker, but you have to take a photo with that person. Maybe we'll do it like a bingo, where you've got the cards, and you have to mark up each trap you find, and whoever the bingo first wins.
That sounds awesome.
In fact, I should get an Admiral Akbar action figure and spray paint it gold, so whoever wins the trap Easter egg hunt wins the Admiral Akbar trophy.
Geek bingo. Whatever will we think of next? The only thing is, once you get to Klingons and dwarves, you won't be able to tell either way. Anyway, moving on.
That's what makes it challenging.
Or I should, at this point, just say our title story. Kind of a bit of a twofer. Let's see. First of all, what is it? Jennifer Lawrence finally spoke her opinion about the Fappening, claiming that anybody who went looking for those pictures, and especially the people who hacked them, basically just participated in a sex crime, and that what she does with her own body and her own time is her own business, and it sucks that she lives in a world where they apparently can't respect that.
Yep. Not the Jennifer Lawrence story I focused on this week.
What was that? I know there was another one.
Oh, where she... you do know who she has admitted to having a crush on, correct?
Oh, yeah, now I know what you're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
So stupid.
I still don't know.
She has discussed having a huge, I guess the word would be female boner for Larry David, and he actually came out this week and said he's flattered, but never in a million years.
Larry David, where do I know that name?
The comedian Larry David. Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Well,
Wow.
Old man wrinkle balls.
that means when I get nice and old, well, fuck it, I'll still look like this. Anyway, tying into that, though, is we may be getting an unofficial sequel to the Fappening called the Snappening. And this is definitely a case of the hackers going far, as they apparently have tapped, as they are currently saying they hacked into a ton of Snapchat accounts, and are talking about releasing over 100,000 photos, including photos of underage people.
Well, then someone's going to jail!
We need to find this 4chan person and stop them. Oh, Fox News. How do you have intelligent viewers? I'm not sure that's the right combination of words there.
Well, I mean, this is the same news channel that used to bring David Duke on to express and balance out the conservative point of view. David Duke.
Whew, okay, wow. To balance out the conservative. The entire population of Russia could have balanced out that. Anyway. Not on that station. Whew. But yeah. Jesus Christ. Why on God's green earth when anybody thinks, oh, let's find a bunch of girls we know are underage and put their... You know, I'm going to repeat what Nash said when he brought this up in an episode of What the Fuck is Wrong with You. There are literally thousands of women who want you to look at their naked bodies. Go to them. Hell, a couple of the women who had their photos leaked already did nudity in various movies, so I don't know why people are going out of their way to find those photos anyway.
Got me on that one, man.
It gives cubicle jockeys something to do with their day.
Hey,
Who
now,
wants to work at work?
as a fucking cubicle jockey, I have better things to do than go look up nude celebrity pictures, number one. Number two, the firewall on my network won't let me. I gotta do it on my phone if I'm gonna do it at all.
First world problems there.
First world problems.
I have to use my phone to look at boobies. Hey, here's an idea, all you people going out of your way to find these pictures, to bap off to them. One, I feel sorry for you if that's all you need to have something to give you a boner. And two, go out and get laid. It's simple. Go somewhere where you don't know a lot of people, and there tends to be a fair amount of women who may or may not be single. Don't be an asshole as you meet new people.
Yep, pretty much. Every woman is not... Chances are 90% of the women you meet are not going to want to sleep with you. Respect their decision and move on. Doesn't make them a bitch. Just means they don't want you. It's okay.
And if you ever want to raise your odds, there's that magical hour before the bar closes where there's always a line.
The bottom of the barrel hour. I remember that hour.
Look.
Yeah, once the lights come on, you don't want to be there, though. Run.
Yeah, look, it's fairly simple. I'm not a virgin. In a world where that could happen, anyone can get laid.
By social standards, I have the attractiveness of a bridge troll, and I have managed to get laid in my life. So, yeah, if my fat ass can do it, so can you.
Oh, shut up, John. I don't care what you say about your social status. You have the mustache of an English gentleman god.
And your Rubenesque, sir.
You forget, this mustache is a fairly new thing. Think about all the times that I didn't have it.
I remember when you had long hair.
Yeah, but now you have a shirt that says 3 mustache braids.
Long hair with the yarmulke.
Oh, God, yeah.
You want to pop out in a tux and dress up as the penguin one Halloween?
Yes, I promised to dress up as the penguin one Halloween.
Wah, wah, wah.
I'm the Scottish penguin I've noticed, the puffin. We don't have penguins in Scotland, but we got fucking puffins.
We already have a Scottish penguin. He's called the 12th Doctor.
True.
Oh, moving on to film now. Our theatrical releases for this week are The Best of Me, The Book of Life, because God knows if we're going to make a movie, it's a good idea to call it The Book of something, and Fury, the Brad Pitt tank movie. No,
yeah, that's pretty much what I expected to do. Brad Pitt tank. Yep, that sounds about right.
Yep. I don't know, every time I saw that title, I was like, is this the Nick Fury movie?
Can't be. It's got Brad Pitt. I don't hear fuck enough.
Actually, that may be possible considering what we'll be discussing later. But that's way ahead. Coming out in home video for films, Mr. Peabody and Sherman, which I didn't
Still never saw. I meant to see that in the theater, but I never got around to it.
Yeah.
I saw it, and I was disappointed. It wasn't what I grew up with on the daily. So, I mean, it's still good, but no.
Well, it's like trying to watch the Smurf movies they've made in the last few years.
Oh, don't even get me started.
Those don't even hold up.
Refuse.
God, they're awful.
I refuse.
Anyway, Edge of Tomorrow, the Tom Cruise movie that everybody talked about for a week before they moved on to the next big thing. Persecuted. Whitey, United States of America versus James J. Bolger. Beneath the Harvest Sky, and what I'm sure will be the top seller of the week, X-Men Days of Futures Past, which surprisingly lived up to the storyline it was loosely based off of.
It was really good.
It was good,
I
though.
still need to see it.
Oh, you gotta watch the trailer. Oh, Trailer Bush is so good.
It's, you know what, it's an entire freaking movie where Wolverine just has his bone claws. Couldn't get that from the fucking Wolverine prequel movie, but I got it from this.
But Evan Peters is Quicksilver? Oh my god, he was so good. Evan Peters. I mean, I just liked Evan Peters. He was awesome.
Well, they confirmed he's using him for the next one.
Yeah, quite.
You may remember from the American Horror Story series, as well as playing the best friend of Kick-Ass in the 2 Kick-Ass movies.
I never saw
Kick-Ass. Dressed up as Ass Kick. Hey, you know who's over in the Avengers movies?
Kick-Ass.
Yes!
I guess who's playing his the Scarlet Witch.
His wife on Godzilla.
Exactly. That movie tanked so bad they gave him another one. So you can't fuck this one up. It's already too good.
Yeah. Hey. For all of those people who are going out of their way looking up those pictures on the Fappening because they need something to jerk off to, Elizabeth Olsen, who's playing the Scarlet Witch, has done nudity. So here's what you do. Go look up a movie. It's an American remake that's surprisingly good called Old Boy.
Yeah, they actually did a really good job on that. I thought Josh Brolin nailed that role.
Oh, I completely agree with you. I mean, because I saw the original one years ago, and I heard they were remaking it. And of course, anything that gets Americanized, usually my first thought is, oh, damn it.
It's going to be The Ring again.
or The Grudge again.
Yeah. That was a big flopping pile of shit.
You know, the Old Boy remake, I can give it one of the highest compliments I can give a remake, which is I still don't know which one I think is better.
That's a good compliment.
That is a good one.
I literally can't decide. There were things in the American one I like better. There are things in the original I like better. And it's normally the way to sell this thing, I'd say, is to watch both back to back, but I don't think any sane human being has the constitution for that.
No, see, what you need to do is get yourself a set of goggles and a couple of little mini LCD screens and put one over each eye and watch them simultaneously. That's how you decide which one's better. Whichever eye doesn't go blind first wins.
I'm going to just say the American one because that has Thanos in it.
Granted, yes, we do get Thanos in that one.
Meanwhile, our news for the week, Robert Downey Jr. said in an interview that, yes, apparently they're definitely going to be doing an Iron Man 4.
Sorry, I'm excited.
That was you. I was about to say, did Pixie just come?
No! And I don't make that noise when I do, so...
No, she doesn't. Silence is golden.
I'm not saying shit. I'm not saying shit.
Speaking of things being revealed in interviews, Jeff Goldblum says that they are currently working on a sequel to Independence Day.
Awesome, we're finally getting Arbor Day. Rock!
Boxing Day. This time, the aliens fuck with our taxes.
No. It's going to be Canada Day. And it's going to star Kobe Smulders and Nathan Fillion, and it's going to be awesome and polite.
No. St. Patrick's Day. The aliens...
St. Patrick's Day? We're too drunk. Fuck it, come back tomorrow.
I was going to say, they already did...
Drunk. The Irish are at their best when they're drunk.
They actually already did that movie. It was called Grabbers. It's on Netflix. And it's bad when the whole town has to get drunk because the aliens can't eat you when you're drunk.
I thought you were going to say it was Attack the Block, which is British, but still.
No. If you have not watched Grabbers, watch Grabbers. It is comedy gold.
Like Ireland. Oh, look at that. They bombed another one of our cars.
Shh. Crying.
Get your stupid feckin' rope.
Come from a colorful people, man.
See, that's the reason why I keep saying they need to kill that character from The Walking Dead, Daryl. I was like, they put a Boondock Saint against the zombies? That's not fair to the zombies.
No.
And they've spent 4 seasons proving me right. Anyway.
You see, if they put Joss Whedon in it, he'd have been gone in the first season.
Only to shock us. But anyway. Also announced that apparently there will be a 3rd Ghostbusters movie with an all-female cast, with the script currently being written by Paul Feig and Katie Duppold. And that's literally all we know about it right now.
Well, I've based on that, based on the writer and director of that one, it's probably going to be the same cast as from Bridesmaids. We're going to have Maya Rudolph. We're going to have whatever the fat chick's name is. And it should be interesting.
I can't imagine I'm not even sure if I would do a modern day Ghostbuster movie without Jenny McCarthy, to be perfectly honest.
Yeah.
It wasn't going to be all.
Jenny McCarthy is her cousin.
The only reason I'm okay with an all-female cast is because Ramis is gone.
Yeah.
So I kind of don't want
Murray's got it.
I don't want them without Harold Ramis.
Oh, Bill Murray's going to be in the fucking movie. Come on, it's Bill fucking Murray.
No, we don't.
Murray, which means he's going to be apathetic and not do shit.
Do what he doesn't want, so it's really up to Bill Murray.
We know Ernie Hudson will be in it because Ernie Hudson ain't doing shit else.
That's right.
He's done a ton of shit.
I know he's done a ton of shit, but he's currently got no project.
No, let's see, there's that St. Vincent movie, and if Wes Anderson gets off his ass and decides to make another movie, which he seems to do once every 1 or 2 years anyway, he'll skip Ghostbusters for him.
Wes
We need a Wes Anderson movie without Bill Murray.
Point.
That is a very, very good, valid point. It's almost kind of like Wes Anderson always uses the same people as Tim Burton always uses the same people.
And the same damn designs.
Yeah.
Anyway, and now we're gonna now we get to listen to John come again. Jim Henson announced they're making a sequel to The Labyrinth, Dark Crystal, and they're making a Fraggle Rock movie.
Actually, I know about the Dark Crystal one because the Henson Company for the last year has had 2 major competitions. One competition, they had a writing competition for the Dark Crystal, and just recently it ended in September. I've actually got 2 designs in the competition. Was a design competition for creatures for the Dark Crystal. Mm-hmm. They've literally taken a concept of doing a sequel movie and outsourced it to the creative content of the world, saying, "Hey, if you give us something good," and the world answered.
The same world that gave us Wolverine and the Weapon Plus program.
I love Jim Henson. Jim Henson pretty much shaped my childhood. I still watch Jim Henson stuff on a regular basis.
Liar.
No, I'm not.
We actually sat and watched the original Muppet Show.
No, it shaped your childhood and your adolescence. You were a female, you saw Labyrinth. We know that's when puberty hit.
I have had a crush on David Bowie since I was in fucking diapers because of the Labyrinth. It's also part of the reason why I have my nickname. I fucking love the Labyrinth. I love the fact that they're doing this, but I'm also kind of hesitant as well because what if they fuck it up? What if it's
there's
not
always
like we expect it to be?
Jim Henson make a bad movie?
Well, Jim Henson's not making this movie because Jim Henson's dead. Yeah. Now, let's get that out of the way. Number 1.
Mirror Mask.
That was really good.
That wasn't Jim Henson. That was Lisa Henson.
It wasn't. It was the current Jim Henson Company.
Yes, but it was written by his granddaughter, Lisa. She's running the company now. Yes, it was.
It was his daughter.
You should feel ashamed of yourself for that.
A slip of the tongue. Apologies. I know she's the one who directed it, did the art design.
Wait. No, she didn't. Dave McKeon directed it.
All
He was
that
the
shit.
executive producer of Mirror Mask.
I know it was Neil Gaiman and Dave McKeon because
That I
I'm a huge fucking fan of Sandman. And when the
Yeah.
cover artist for Sandman directs a movie with creature designs he made,
got a box and I put all that shit in.
I thought it was pretty.
one of my favorite authors.
I love Neil Gaiman. Trust me, I love his work. Sandman is amazing. But whole like CG thing of Mirror Mask was really, really cool. How the same people were playing like good people, bad people. It was really, really good. Really well done. Okay, the Muppet movies, the 2 new ones, fairly decent for Henson not being around.
Just really like the second
yeah,
one.
I mean, they slaughtered Sesame Street, you know, with Cookie Monster and all that stuff, but I will always have a soft spot in my heart for anything Jim Henson. Muppets, doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I always have a soft spot in my heart for them.
Okay, I'm just saying, let's not go pessimistic all of a sudden and start getting worried about what it would be bad when we're dealing with a company with an actually pretty good track record.
I know.
Most movie companies.
Not all movies need a sequel. Some movies are so good enough, just leave them as they are.
Well, but again,
A lot you can do for a sequel for both of those movies.
That's true.
in addition, there's always these are great stories that deserve a bit more exposition, and I'm glad we're getting them. I'm with Pixie though. I'm a little apprehensive. I'm not saying it's gonna be bad. I'm saying there's equal potential to fuck this up as much as potential to do a great thing.
Yep.
I think the more expectations you put onto the movie, the more disappointment you're going to end up getting out of it. It was just like the X-Men movies when they first came out. We all had one idea of what it was going to be, and then when it came out, we were like, maybe not. And then the second one came out, and we were like, okay, maybe it'll work. You know, you got
a better example than that are the Transformers films, because again,
please don't.
Exactly. We all had expectations, and we were all let down, and that was our mistake. We went in with expectations.
Could not be reached.
Fucking Bay.
I wasn't let down.
You could have gone a whole week without mentioning Bay. Why, John? Why did you do that?
The pure hatred for the Michael Bay.
We hate the Bay explosions. We hate them with the distinct
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. The horror. I had to go through 2 beers. I had to drink the pain away after that. I was drinking during the movie.
Wait, are you not supposed to do that?
Wow.
But I've been doing that since before I could buy alcohol legally, so yeah.
The last time I drank in a movie theater is watching the first Jackass movie.
Well, I know movie
You got
theaters.
prerequisite to seeing that movie. Like, oh, if you buy a ticket, here's a beer. You're gonna need it.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Actually,
Moving on.
A friend of mine. I only half drank the first beer and then handed it to the guy next to me. I'm like, let's be honest, we both know you need this, and I'm gonna need the whole thing of this. Moving on. Television. Coming out on home video this week. This should make John happy. This will almost make up for the Mega Man thing 2 weeks ago. The Best of Rocky and Bullwinkle, Volume 3.
Don't need it. Have it all.
Courage the Cowardly Dog, Season 2.
Aw.
Already have them.
Dracula, Season 1.
Don't care.
Fargo, Season 1.
Mm.
Murdoch Mysteries, Season 7. Robot Chicken, DC Comics Special 2, Villains in Paradise.
That was pretty funny.
Star Wars Rebels, Volume 1, Spark of the Rebellion. And League of Extraordinary I mean Penny Dreadful. Penny Dreadful, Season 1.
Hey.
I actually just marathoned that earlier today, or it's the last 2 days, so. I love Penny Dreadful.
I thought it was awesome.
No, I couldn't help but notice when they first revealed what the American was. I'm just like, oh god, that was just a movie pun. You literally just did a movie pun as a character.
I can't remember the American character's name.
American Werewolf in London.
Oh.
Yeah.
Didn't they imply he was a werewolf somewhere in there, too?
No,
Yeah.
not fully.
They
That
explained
was
at
the
the end of
last
the episode.
episode. that they actually revealed that he was. It actually showed it, and you were like, "Oh my god!"
Actually, they hinted
that was
at
my
it.
response to the scene where Billy Piper got naked, but mostly because it was pretty messed up.
Well, I was going to say they hinted at it around episode 3 or 4 when he
Well,
woke
right.
up outside of the bar and you saw the paw print in the middle of his hand.
Right.
Oh god, the next season we're going to have the Frankenstein's monster version of Billy Piper.
I'm just looking at it this way, they.
Rose Tyler.
I mean, the first time we saw, the Frankenstein's monster, the original one, not the second one he made, but the first one, the only thing I could think of was looking at it going, it's nice to see Billy Corrigan getting work again. Then I saw him with hair, and I'm like, wow, somebody resurrected Meatloaf from the 70s.
I don't know, the Frankenstein's monster subplot was pretty good on this one. This was one of the most sympathetic versions of Frankenstein's monsters I ever saw, and
Really very compassionate too.
it's a good show. I like it. Anyway, we've announced we have announcement of new series coming out. We're getting an exclusive Hulu series starring Elvira.
Woo! I'm happy.
Or in tits, man. Or in tits.
Hey, I love Elvira. I'm sorry. Elvira introduced me to a lot of crappy but glorious B-grade horror when I was a kid.
What are you apologizing for? We all love Elvira. It's Elvira.
Amazing for her age. Like, even out of costume, out of Elvira makeup, she
I
looks.
still haven't got over the shock that she personally just found that out recently. Hot ginger. Let's see. Also, we're getting a Guardians of the Galaxy cartoon on Disney XD.
I saw that.
Wow. Does this surprise anyone, really? How do you make a cartoon out of a movie with a talking raccoon and a monosyllabic tree?
All I can say is I hope they don't fuck it up.
And not the first time they've been animated.
True.
It's pretty good in Avengers: Earth's Mightiest Heroes. That was one of the better episodes.
Yep.
Rocket Raccoon meets the Hulk. Rocket Raccoon shoots the Hulk in the face.
Oh, gee.
In a kid's show.
I have to admit, I've actually been working on making little miniature baby dancing Groots.
I'm still waiting to see one. I still want to see one of my standards. It's not that hard to make one of those little motorized toys with like a rubber outside, so it does this anyway. And also, also Constantine Films apparently have not given up on the Mortal Instruments franchise and are going to be making a TV show out of that as well.
Yeah,
we'll see how that goes.
As well as a couple of their other series. They want to make a television series apparently at some point out of their Resident Evil franchise. Not the way it is in the game, the way it is in the movies.
Right.
Because I like those.
Really? Is sci-fi doing it?
Let's be honest, those movies are so fucking shitty, sci-fi can just improve them. If Asylum made a Resident Evil movie, it'd probably be more true to the video games than the bullshit Paul W.S. Anderson was shoving down our throats for over 10 years. The best thing Paul W.S. Anderson ever did was knock up his wife because now she's too busy being pregnant to be in the next one, and they have to hold back production.
I just want to bring up Sharknado.
I would say fuck Sharknado and Sharknado 2. I want to bring up Sharktopus. I want to bring up
I want to see
Mega Croc
versus Mega Sharknado in space.
In space.
We need to stop saying these things because they're going to start making these movies and we're going to lose out on the money. Even though, like, they're so bad, they still do so good. I don't get it.
If Asylum taught me anything, it's if you slightly change the title, you can make it yourself and they can't sue.
I still haven't seen it, and I don't plan on it.
Kidding me?
Will eventually
Maybe the performance of her career. She was only drunk halfway through the movie.
Pixie, you will see it. We all do. It'll be 3 o'clock in the morning one morning. You'll be flipping through Netflix and you go, you know, I never did watch Sharknado. Let me watch it because it's 3 a.m. in the morning and it's the only time it makes sense.
I know.
Watch
Me
it
at 3
tonight.
o'clock in the morning, if I'm awake, what the hell am I usually watching?
Invader Zim.
Thank you.
Or the Muppet Show.
I was honestly 3 a.m. in the morning. Porn. Anyway,
No.
yeah.
If it's 3 a.m. in the
That's
morning,
earlier
she's not watching Zim, she's making porn.
Walking Dead has been renewed for a 6th season. I'm sure this is a shock to everybody.
Oh, yeah. There's actually a zombie pub crawl going on right now here in town.
Considering the only real competition that show has is Z Nation,
Nah.
which, from what I gather, that is pretty much to zombie shows what the Italian zombie movies are to George A. Romero's series.
Wow.
Hey, I liked Della Morte Della...
Huh?
I liked Della Morte Della More.
No, the zombie series.
Yeah, I know, but you were saying the Italian zombie films are to that as
No. I'm talking specifically about the zombie franchise, Zombi.
Ah, okay. Gotcha. Never mind.
Yeah.
Could have sworn that was an Aussie film franchise, not Italian.
No, it's Italian. It got started when George A. Romero gave the distribution rights and allowed a re-edit by Dario Argento, and it's been his film company that made it and made sequels ever since. And pretty much they released. It was originally Dawn of the Dead, which was released as Zombie. Man, I've seen that cut. It's what I watch when I want to just watch a shortened version of Dawn of the Dead. And
Now, if memory serves me, it was the second zombie film where you actually got to see a zombie fight a shark.
yes. And that started the proud tradition of taking someone else's zombie movie, appropriating it, and then putting zombie 2, 3, or whatever number on there and releasing it as that so you can make money off of it.
The more you know.
Because anybody who thinks that the American film system is shitty and corrupt clearly has not gone overseas. Moving on. Also, speaking of your childhood pixie, you can now watch every episode of Are You Afraid of the Dark on YouTube.
What? No. No way.
Way!
Oh, I'm getting the gamer episode tonight. All episode.
I would call that series Baby's First Horror, but to me, that's Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark with the original artwork.
God, I missed that book.
I'm at one point someday, I'm gonna get the money, no matter how expensive it is. I'm gonna get that omnibus edition that has the original artwork that's no longer in print.
I
'Cause
definitely would.
oh god, I hate the new art. I hate it so much. And like, you realize this is a horror series. I don't care if it's for kids. It's still a horror series.
I remember reading that book. I had it. It was awesome.
I remember buying all 3 editions at the Scholastic book sales while I was in elementary school. Yep, every year at the book fair. I'd get one of those books and a couple of Garfield posters.
Yeah, I got Garfield comic books all the time.
Mm-hmm.
The book fair.
Oh my god.
All the time.
Oh, man.
Anyway, moving on.
Kids actually went to libraries.
You got a first look at
in the
the
cafeteria.
Yeah.
For me,
You got
anyway.
a first look at the new series John has been looking for above all others, Daredevil. We can always see your
I'm
name.
not even going to respond with anything other than a finger to Daredevil.
Well,
I
yeah,
really
well,
don't give 2 shits about Daredevil.
yeah, well, they released, so I do, and I'm the host, so yeah. They've released a promo poster drawn by Joe Quesada, the former editor-in-chief of Marvel Comics, and currently the guy in charge of the whole television thing or something, for the multimedia.
Be right back.
And the poster, have you seen it, John?
Apparently he needs more coffee.
No kidding. He would pick the time when I'm asking him a question if he's seen the image. I need a fellow artist opinion on this thing, and he walks away. Damn you! Well, I guess he's just sticking to the thing I said earlier about being a Daredevil villain.
Everyone's
But
allowed
anyway,
to like.
Costume.
anyway, this was released at the New York City Comic Con, and they did release a few clips. Apparently, I can't find video of the clips just yet, but from what was shown, apparently Vincent D'Onofrio looks insanely awesome as the Kingpin.
I do love Vincent D'Onofrio, though.
Remember when he got cast? I'm like, that's great casting, but is he big enough to play the Kingpin? Watched The Judge last night, where he plays Robert Downey Jr.'s brother. He's big enough to play the Kingpin now.
My favorite movie that Vincent D'Onofrio was in was Salton Sea.
Was what?
Salton Sea?
Oh. I'm going to go with the old staple of Full Metal Jacket.
Yeah.
I can't do that movie.
I was raised on that movie.
I'm glad you were, because,
My father was a Marine. Loved that movie. Decided 5, 6-year-old Evan was old enough to watch it. Fascinated by the scene in the bathroom.
Which movie was this? Sorry, I had to go turn my stove
Full
off.
Metal Jacket. Well, now that you're back, John, answer me a question. Did you see the promo poster made for the Daredevil series yet?
I did not.
Oh, I was hoping you did, because it's actually an excellent poster.
Evan, you keep trying to convince me that it's an excellent series, and it hasn't stuck yet, so what makes you think that I'm going to think a series that I don't like has an excellent... Well, yeah, granted, I can at least appreciate it artistically. I'll go take a look after the series.
Yeah, that's just what I was wondering. I wanted to see what you were going to say about how it looks artistically. I can say this. They've revealed not the final costume, but the early costume, and the early costume looks awesome. Especially if you're a fan of the Band Without Fear miniseries like I am, then you'll be extremely happy. Anyway, going back to things that have happened in the last week actually on screen, Dancing with the Stars surprised us.
It was so awesome.
When Alfonso Ribeiro did the Carlton dance.
It was so good.
I lost track of the number of times I went back and watched that. I don't even watch Dancing with the Stars, so I'm like, the Carlton dance.
I was actually more impressed on how well his partner did at it.
Yeah.
Ooh. I've been trying to do that dance for over 20 freaking years, and I can't. She gets it like...
Well, she was with the creator of the dance, though. I'm surprised he hasn't shown off more breakdancing moves, because I still have my Alfonso Ribeiro breakdancing instructional video from 1985. I know if I go looking, I will find the cardboard that had his face on it that came with the video.
Speaking of surprise performances in front of a live studio audience, earlier this week on The Late Show with David Letterman, we got a live performance by Hatsune Miku. For those who are probably wondering who that is and why that's a big deal, she's not a real person. She is actually animated, and she gave a live performance on stage.
Yep, the Nuka Woman performed on Letterman. And I was sad that the fat man from the internet video from many years ago was not also there to do his spiel.
Yes, a full-on three-dimensional anime character performed live on stage on David Letterman.
It's not completely unheard of. I mean, come on. We had Tupac performing at Coachella like 2 years ago, and that was, it's bound to happen. I'm waiting for them to use that with Metalocalypse, though. I'm waiting for Death Clock to go on tour.
I'm waiting for them to do it with the whole Marvel pantheon. That would be awesome.
Did you not see the promo video for the release of the Disney Marvel Infinity in London? Because they actually... Oh, true.
Anyway, moving on to actual news. For those who watch Archer, he works for a company called the International Secret Intelligence Agency, or as it's commonly known as ISIS. Yeah, they're not calling it that anymore. Due to certain political things going on.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You know what? I'd be more impressed to see FX put out a lawsuit against the ISIS organization in the Middle East for copyright infringement because they had it first.
Yes, that would be amazing. Not sure how it would work, but I'm okay with this.
I would actually gain a little more respect for the Fox network if they did that. Going,
I mean, how are they
we're
going
going
to be able to, suicide bomb people if they don't have enough
Hold
money
it.
to pay for the materials?
Hold it. Time to increase our viewership.
Kitty! No. Doesn't look happy.
Don't sweat it. You'll get that's Mr. Bull.
we have paid the cat tax to the internet. We need more people.
Well, we have a viewer. Anyway. Also, speaking of virtual performances, apparently Batman the Animated Series will be moving to VR devices near you, including the Oculus Rift, which apparently is still being talked about.
I used to have the box set of the Batman animated series. It was
I
awesome.
do have the box set of the
I
Batman.
used to, and X stole it from me.
I don't need the box set. I have BitTorrent. Ta-da!
Yeah, don't get special features that way. Anyway.
You do if you download the right files.
I bet you say that to all the girls. Anyway.
How else do you think I get laid? Hey, baby, you want to download the right files?
Date rape drug?
Working in IT, you'd be surprised how much well that works. Go ahead and open your port to my I/O stream.
Oh my god, she wants the D. Anyway. Probably the only one who's actually seen that strip. Moving on to video games.
Huzzah!
Yeah, I'm going to let everybody else figure out if it's for the PS4 and all that shit, because I got sick of having to write that down every week. People who are interested in the games I'm listing will know which one it is anyway. Borderlands, the pre-sequel.
It looks so awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Defense Grid 2. Pac-Man and the Ghostly Adventures 2.
Oh, wow.
Sleeping Dogs, the Definitive Edition. Evil Within and Walking Dead is being released on the next-gen systems.
See, I'm still waiting for a sequel, a good sequel to either, The Neverhood, which is still one of my favorite games to this day, or a good sequel to Psychonauts.
Or am I playing some kind of remake of Contra, the original Contra?
Or another Katamari Damacy. That would be nice. I would love another Katamari Damacy.
Anyway, only one bit of news. This is our loser for the week, is video games, which is that for up until the 14th, to celebrate the new game in the series, you can get Dragon Age Origins free on your PC. You have to have a Dragon's Age account, but you don't have to pay for it.
We need it.
I can tell you guys are excited. Pixie, calm down. We're professionals.
Moving on.
When the fat man does that. Anyway. Moving on to comic books. Before I list the suggestions, you guys aren't going to believe this. We have actual comic book news.
No way.
Yeah, way. I can't believe I said way twice on this damn thing. I feel Anyway, suggestions for this week: Afterlife with Archie #7. We find out what happens to the Riverdale gang now that they have left their zombie-infested town. It's kind of hard for them to beat the last issue, where Sabrina the Teenage Witch was being forced into marriage with Cthulhu, but we'll see. Let's see. Daredevil #9, because John loves that series. Edge of the Spider-Verse #505. Before, I love this crossover event, this big Spider-Man event, because Spider Monkey. Now I have different reasons. I really, really want the villains to die. I want them to die horrible, horrible deaths. One, there was a Spider Kitty. Spider Kitty was adorable. Spider Kitty had its own little Spider-Man style costume on a cat. It wasn't like a humanoid cat. It was a cat with a Spider-Man outfit and Spider-Man powers.
Meow.
And they killed it on the same page to introduce this character.
I can only imagine where that web came from.
But, as if that wasn't bad enough,
Thank you.
then, as a cap off to the most recent issue of Amazing Spider-Man, number 7 that came out, John, the villains kill Spider-Man and his amazing friends.
Bastards.
They made an actual like alternate universe where Spider-Man and his amazing friends happened. The villains fucking killed them. I'm pissed. Though
We will hunt you down. There shall be no place you can hide.
Though in their defense, they did try to make up for it by also killing the Spider-Man Unlimited universe. Doesn't quite make up for it. Not even close, but they get a. I'll be slightly lenient on them for that. I'm looking forward to these guys getting their asses kicked.
Definitely.
Anyway, Miss Marvel, number 9, who is dangerously close to becoming my favorite Marvel Comics character ever, because, God, I love her. Last issue of Amazing Spider-Man also had her team up with Spider-Man. This was special because if you've been reading the book, you know why it was completely in character that her response to meeting Spider-Man was to fangirl the hell out. Oh my God, you're Spider-Man! Is it true you went on a date with Captain Marvel? Yeah, just drop it. She did. Anyway.
I'm sorry, that just reminds me of my favorite Spider-Man moment ever.
Oh, God.
The fist bump with Wolverine.
You know who's real good? Redheads. Boom.
Best Spider-Man moment ever. That will always be my favorite. And there will never be another that matches it.
Even better than the Amazing Bagman?
Spider-Man could make out with Squirrel Girl, and it wouldn't be as awesome as fist-bumping Wolverine.
She's getting her own series.
I know. My point still remains valid.
I didn't disagree. I was just pointing that out. New Avengers, number 25, because I am not kidding. Right now, this is, in my opinion, it's the scariest book in comics right now. It goes to some dark places. Twilight Zone, Lost Tales, because Twilight Zone. And Trees number 6, the sci-fi series being written by Warren Ellis. If you're a comic book geek and you needed anything other than Warren Ellis, something's wrong with you.
Pretty much.
It covers it.
Our first bit of news, which one of these is 2 news items, which one is bigger, I'll leave it up to you. But the comic book series Naruto is coming to an end next month.
We all knew that.
That's
Happened
a big deal.
eventually.
That's happened what?
That's actually a pretty big deal. It had to happen eventually, but it's still, considering how long that manga's been running.
So
Yeah.
much. Like,
It will be released November 10th in Japan. It's going to be the very last installment for the series.
I saw it coming. I mean, they were running out of story. I mean, seriously, how much more could they come up with?
This is comic books. We've been coming up with news stories for Superman for 75 years.
But
76 years. No, 75. No, 76.
Yeah, I'll say.
We can come up with news stories for anything.
Basically, all they had left was to, I honestly think they'll probably start a new series. It's kind of like what they did with, you had original Naruto, then you had Naruto Shippuden, and then you'll probably have a new series, Naruto Hokage, which it will depict his exploits as the, 6th Hokage now, 7th Hokage.
Yeah, there we go. We'll just get a whole new Naruto starring Andrew Garfield.
Well, Lord knows he's not being Spider-Man anymore.
I'm sure they'll change into something else, but like the actual Naruto storyline should just stop. I'm just saying.
Well,
The anime got a little carried away, especially with those filler episodes. Good God.
oh, we're not
Yeah.
talking about the cartoons here. We're talking about the comic.
No, I'm saying even with the manga. I mean, it's been out. What number is it on? Like,
I don't
God,
know. I'm very
last
thankful
year I
about
remember
that
seeing
manga.
was like 70.
I am a little annoyed at America because Japan came up with the idea of doing a Robert Johnson comic before we did.
Yeah, that was surprising. That was a great one you made me read. Thank you for making me read that one, Evan. That was phenomenal.
You are very welcome, sir. Yes, it is. It is literally jazz in comic book form. It's amazing. Jazz and the blues. Oh. But anyway, going on to another bit of news. Marvel has revealed its next big event. And it's a big event. And from the looks of things, this is what Jonathan Hickman, the guy that's been writing Avengers and New Avengers, has been leading up to. And it is called Secret Wars. My guess is possibly a 30th anniversary thing for the original Secret War. The reason why this is a big deal. Oh god, I gotta explain two things here. Okay, if you haven't been reading Avengers lately, what's been going on is that they discovered that something is making multiple versions of Earth come into contact with each other and creating a situation where either both Earths are destroyed and their universes with it, or one Earth is destroyed prematurely, sparing both universes, and they haven't been able to find a way to not have to destroy an Earth to save everyone. This ties in with the only thing they've revealed so far is an image done by superstar artist Alex Ross, who John will back me up when I say that man is one of the most phenomenal artists in all of comics. Photorealistic painting. And based on that image, there are lots of different lines Marvel has had over the years. The Ultimate line, the MC2 line, the Earth X line. Yeah, they're about to fight each other.
God.
This is big. This is basically the closest. This is kind of a Crisis on Infinite Earths Marvel edition, basically, from the looks of things. By what is easily one of the best writers Marvel's got. I'm the only one excited about this. This happens when you're the only comic book geek here. Anyway. Fine, we'll move on to much happier news. Obituaries.
I love how you just fucking said that.
Segue.
Oh.
Anyway.
Wow.
Toot your own horn?
All right. Who died?
Jan Hooks, who
Yep.
on SNL in the late 80s, early 90s, has passed away at the age of 57. So, yeah, the laughter died, assholes. Anyway.
Dying left and right this year.
Yep. Also, Sarah Goldberg, famous for being on Seventh Heaven as the oldest son's wife, has passed away at the age of 40.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, I will bring this up miscellaneous, but there is another Seventh Heaven news story that broke this week.
Oh, yeah, that thing. Well, let's be pointing out right now, the only reason I bring this up is because I respect a life, not because I really consider Seventh Heaven a big geek thing. But if you want to talk about the other thing, go right ahead.
Well, okay. Apparently, the actor whose name I cannot remember, who played the father/priest in that film, in that series,
The priest, Ethan here.
Yep. Resigned his position as the head of SAG, was booted off the set of Ted 2 for admitting to allegations of child molestation.
Yeah.
So even in TVs, priests are touching little children.
I figured he was just really
method
doing
acting.
hardcore research.
He was following. He's method acting.
Child molestation is just not funny to me. And finally, going back to geek things, Maggie Stables has passed away. And because I'm probably the only guy who's uber geek enough to know who that is, she was the companion Evelyn Smythe in the Big Finish adventures of Doctor Who. Sixth Doctor. And was my favorite companion of the audio adventures, and the kind of companion I really, really wish the TV show would do, but won't because old women aren't considered sexy enough. Oh, okay.
I'm just waiting for them to pull Dame Judi Dench in as the new companion once Clara leaves.
If Jane is going to be on that show, she better be the Doctor, damn it. Or the Master. Oh my god.
Oh god, that would be epic. If not Dame Judi Dench, at least Helen Mirren.
No. Helen Mirren as the Doctor, Dame Judi Dench as the Master.
Helen Mirren, I would see that.
Screw it. Let's have Dame Edna as the Master. I want to see that.
Oh my
I want to see the first drag queen on Doctor Who.
Dame Edna of them all. Good gracious.
Great, we'll get Divine to play the Dalek Emperor, and everything will be fantastic.
Oh, Divine.
Shit.
Well, you're gonna have to dig her up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's Doctor Who. We're used to resurrecting the dead. Look at the series itself. We got a thing for that, you know.
Yeah, we do.
Anyway. Moving on to science.
Science!
You blinded me with science.
Yeah, it turns out NASA is seriously considering using deep sleep for a mission to Mars.
How can we trust NASA right now? I'm sorry, they just took their planet again after saying he wasn't.
Hey, look. I look at it this way. We still somewhat trust the FDA, and they've been going back and forth on fucking eggs since I was a kid. And I just keep going, it's breakfast, I need to eat. Tell me if it's freaking okay.
Okay, we still trust the FDA, despite the fact they came right out and said they're not really regulating anything.
Mm-hmm.
It's true.
They really aren't.
Yeah.
You do not want to know what you've been eating.
Well, I know.
Yes, we're talking to her.
Oh, dude, wasn't even gonna go there. Dude. Dude.
Hi, good night.
Good night.
Good night, everybody.
My mom wants to say good night.
On general principle, I could not let that one just go, okay?
We just had
someone has to take it. If we don't, one dies.
I can't believe we just had an Animaniacs moment on here. We're going to have to get a sound effect of Yacker going, good night, everybody, for these kind of events.
No. Fingerprints.
Oh, shit. No.
Hi, Mom!
Pixie.
Mom!
Oh, shit, here she comes.
Heather, Pixie, does your mom watch this show? Oh, so she does.
Yeah, if her mom was watching the show on a regular basis, she wouldn't let her be on
how
it.
could you make such a horrible joke?
Yeah, her mom knows me, Evan. Trust me, she knows better than for me to make a joke like that.
Good night.
Things go horribly wrong. Dude, I think you broke John, man.
Oh, God. Oh. Comedy platinum, we just hit it.
Oh.
Nothing better than your mom walking in on a cunnilingus joke involving you. Oh, my God.
Oh, God.
Miscellaneous this week. Hey, speaking of cunnilingus, Stephen Hawking will be in Pink Floyd's Talkin' Hawkin'. Actually,
awesome.
It's a really horrible joke. It's more fitting now I heard Elizabeth. I thought. Anyway. Yeah, Stephen Hawking will be a vocalist for a song.
Wow.
Isn't that just pretty much like having Skrillex keep a speak and spell, on the board?
Hey, one of the greatest lyrics I ever heard on a song in my life, kind of sort of came from Stephen Hawking. It was in a rap song called GTA, which ended with "It's about time someone made a game about my life."
Oh, God. Oh.
For more fun, Twitter is suing the U.S. government.
Mm-hmm.
I am very confused about the reasons why, but something about how they're saying that they feel the government's violating the First Amendment by telling them, I think, posting stuff that's critical of the government. I can't remember exactly what it was. I got a headache just looking at the sentence that described it. It's in legalese. Very deep legalese. Cantonese is easier to understand.
No, I understand legally well, so I'll take a look at it, see if I can decipher it. I used to have a brother who's an attorney.
Yep. Now I know who will be suing us. Anyway, also, apparently there's been like some kind of weird face-off of all the different Siri-style smartphone assistance apps. Apparently, Google Now's is the best.
Good to know.
Yep, if you need assistance, go to Google Now. Not to be confused with Marvel Now, which is much better written.
Of course.
And let's see. Just in time for Halloween. Hey, Pixie! Do you know what coulrophobia is?
What? Say that one more time?
Oh, God.
Coulrophobia, do you know what that is?
Should I?
It's what the town of Wasco, California is going through. As they happen to be having a bunch of really creepy clowns just hanging out throughout the town at night.
Oh.
Oh yeah, that doesn't bother me.
Mm.
I'm just imagining a clown going up.
I'm watching the new American Horror Story Freak Show, and that clown is pretty fucking creepy.
Yep. Well, I know how I got. Quit telling
The
people
only
about
clown that ever scared
us, man. Has it ever occurred to you? Maybe they don't want you. Just stopping them on the street, talking about your scars.
It's okay, Billy. We all float down here.
That's the only clown that ever scared the shit out of me when I was a kid. I still love
See, I was
him.
found that the killer clowns are more because they just didn't say anything. They just killed you. That's what
never
made
had a
them
problem.
creepier. They just, that blank, vapid look on their face.
I couldn't
they-
help but laugh the whole way through Killer Clowns.
I mean, but how awesome was it? You were wrapped up in cotton candy and then drained of your,
Oh, I know. Fucking phenomenal.
I'm still trying to figure out why I'm the only one to realize that the leads die at the end of that movie. They get hit by those friggin' pies, and they established early on the pies are acidic. They're dead. Anyway, hey, who knows what arachnophobia is?
I do.
That's
Oh,
right.
please
It's a
don't.
non-judgment
No.
Jay doesn't like spiders.
No, we're not talking.
what people are dealing with
Is it
and
about
what
that
we're seeing. As there is a house just full of recluses, or as they described it, the walls are bleeding spiders.
They said during the
Oh,
winter,
my
like
God.
6,000 to 7,000 of these spiders in the house. And they had a lawsuit against the previous owners for not. It states that there was a brown recluse problem of that magnitude. And if they saw that many during the winter, imagine if it was like during the summer or the spring. Like, nah.
How can you sue previous owners? They've clearly been devoured by now.
Well, they actually settled a lawsuit. The house cost like $400,000. They actually ended up winning like $474,000 for the house.
Mm-hmm.
And they just fumigated it, and yeah.
So
They said it will be taken care of after this, but who
I
the
got
hell
this
would buy that?
right. By buying this house, they made a profit.
Yeah. Well, also the thing is, the house is on a golf course.
Yeah, I saw that. No,
No one's gonna buy that house.
Yep, pretty much.
Right mind. They might as well tear that shit down or set it on fire and start from new.
Pretty much.
It belongs to the banks now anyway, so the banks are gonna do something with it.
Radiate the house, and then have one of the spiders bite you.
Oh God, no.
Look at Jay. He's like, nah, fuck that shit.
Yeah, any other spider, I'd say risk it. But since they're brown recluses,
Yeah.
all that's gonna do is cause your leg to drop off even faster.
Probably.
But I want a spider honey.
You don't want a spider honey from a brown recluse.
No.
No.
Well, we got anything else, folks?
No, that was the last one for the evening. Hopefully something creepy will pop up again next week, because I like the idea of it being like every week of October where you have something new to freak you out with. Like Twisted Creepy Clowns. No, that sounds like a kid show.
That does.
Well, we'll have to keep searching.
Yep. Hey, somebody out there, make that show. I want to see the kids cartoon Twisted Creepy Clowns. The inevitable crossover with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is going to be epic.
Too bad we're not in the mid-'90s Nickelodeon years because they'd make that show.
Yeah. Well, that's okay. We can always relive those years on YouTube now.
I mean, just think, when we were kids, we watched Ren and Stimpy on the regular, on Nickelodeon.
That's not even anything. Think about Pee-wee's Playhouse. I never thought about it until
No. You do not denigrate Pee-wee's Playhouse, all right? It was weird, and it was
my parents let me watch that, and I watched an episode not too long ago, and he's like, "What's in my pink fuzzy box? It's really moist." Come on, seriously?
Hey, Pee-wee's Playhouse made me feel fucking normal. I loved Pee-wee's Playhouse, so fuck you.
Yeah, up until like touching himself.
I love Paul Rubens. I don't care. I love Pee-wee.
He was touching himself in a porno theater. And what else are you going to do there? Sit back and enjoy the story?
Of course. I mean, what else do you watch porn for?
I mean, are you going to sit there and wonder, you know
Great
what?
hairstyle.
If that woman truly loved the pizza man, then why is she constantly smacking him in the face? I don't understand it. It just doesn't make sense to me.
Okay, for half a second there, I thought you were doing your impression of Castiel when he was watching porn in that episode.
I know, it was a great thing, and I messed it up. I'm sorry.
Yeah. It's like,
Okay.
I learned from the pizza man.
I know it's weird. We're talking about porn, and you know how they did the Weird Al. Now they're trying to do a Bob.
Whoa, stop. All this shit we've talked about on the show, and you think us talking about porn is weird?
No. I wasn't really necessarily stating that. But you know how they were doing the Weird Al porn, and the woman playing Weird Al had a fake mustache and everything? Now they're trying to do a Bob Burgers porn.
Oh, I'd watch that.
Oh, God. I don't even... I'm going to go. I'm ending on that note, man. I'm just done.
This isn't high Class Geek news.
The class is up here.
Oh, God. We put the
High
class in class. That's the thing.
Yeah, high class geek news where class is optional.
Hi, not so much. I have been your host, as always, your friendly neighborhood geekazoid, Evan Ransom. With me today is the piped one, John Little, everyone's favorite angry monkey, whose artwork you can find how?
Society6.com/angrymonkey, or you can find me on Facebook. Just look up John Little.
And also with me is the cutest couple you'll find on the show, Jay and Pixie. And no, you are not going to find any photos on iCloud. Sorry. I know, and all of our viewers really were hoping to see Jay naked. It's just not going to happen.
No, that's just for me to see.
No, trust me, nobody wants to see that except for you, probably.
All right,
just look up a picture of a wet chicken. You got
I don't know why. There's nothing wrong with having two penises, dude. Anyway.
Come back in here. She wants to hear this too.
Yeah, I end on a note where I call this thing Big Brother is a pervert. Now people are going to be wondering about us. Oy vey.